Looks like
1981, predictive programming hidden in plain sight.
I just wanted to meet them face to face. I wanted them to admit what they were doing.
Who is they?
He was in the office of the Trilateral Commission.
Trilateral Commission.
Yeah, the Trilateral Commission.
All right, what is the Trilateral Commission?
It's an organization founded in 1973 by David Rockefeller to bring together business and political leaders from the United States, Europe, Japan, so they could work together for better economic and political cooperation between their nations.
And that's what they'd like us to believe. But you see, what they're really up to is a scheme to plant their own loyal members in positions of power in this country, to work to erase national boundaries and create an international community, and in time bring about a one world government with David Rockefeller calling the shots.
I take it they're pressing charges?
Yeah, well, he broke a globe and some UNICEF artwork.
Well, they're in on it too.
Okay, Mr. Klein, if you just...
I'm telling you, our whole way of life as we know it is in jeopardy.
I appreciate that information.
But I have the documented evidence. It's all in there. Show him.
Well, he's got these magazines here.
Conspiracy Review, Suppressed Truth Roundup.
The whole master plan is exposed.
Yeah, well,
You're still not convinced, huh? Would you like to hear the names of just a few of the people who have been on the Trilateral Commission?
Not particularly.
James Earl Carter. Heard of him?
Look, Mr. Klein.
Henry Kissinger. You heard of him? Walter Mondale.
Who?
Mr. Klein, this is
John Anderson. George Bush. Now, you remember at the convention, everybody thought it was going to be Ford for Veep. You know what happened? David Rockefeller just picked up a phone, put in a call. Hey, Ronnie, forget Jerry, it's George. Bye. So, no matter who won in November, they had their man in the White House.
Are you through?
So, front running the truth with conspiracy theory labels, already getting into the psyche of the mind of the people. The script was greenlit on a comedy show. They knew they could flaunt it and none would believe it. Any word on who wrote this episode? I'd be interested to know if they've had any links to the CIA. It's in the description box below if you want to continue to see it.
That's pretty potent to know that I actually remember watching that live.
yeah,
You know.
that was
I remember that episode so good.
Yeah, me too.
And
it was so long ago that you know. I mean, I just
That was one of my favorite shows, but when I saw that today, I'm like, bingo.
I actually got to meet Hal Linden. He was doing he was playing Don Quixote in Man of La Mancha, and
Okay.
we sat backstage with him for about 3 hours before he had to rush off to put his makeup and everything on for, he had to put a beard and all that stuff on.
Right.
And one of my best friends, Sam Rennie, who was playing Sancho next to him, got us backstage passes and everything. And let me tell you something. Backstage pass to a Broadway show like that is a lot different than sitting in the crowd, because you actually get to see the inner workings, what it takes to put a show like that on and stuff like that, Right. But we had a pretty awesome conversation. I was currently active in the Marine Corps at that time, and we talked about a lot of government stuff, stuff that was going on, with the presidency, stuff that was going on with the churches, what was going on with, so the conversation, like I said, it was about 3 hours long. We had lunch, and then we had coffee after, and then about an hour after that we had a snack, and it was just, but 3 hours of straight conversation with a person who was seeing this was the thing. He made hints to the evil in Hollywood back in the late 80s and early 90s. When at the time that I had met him, actually, I think the last year I sent him a Christmas card was like 2012 or 2013, because I lost his address in the meantime and everything. So, but he was a very, very nice individual who took the time to listen and input a lot of really good information. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's in your face.
Yeah.
So I have the latest George Webb.